So I'm just opening the right page. So I left a comment that I'm writing some uh, descriptive information as a comment in the docx file that you are seeing. Just 1 minute. Yeah, so if you can see, there will be some places in the book which will be highlighted, and those will be giving him a deeper description of what had discussed in the previous day. So I have reached somewhere around 27th or 28th page. And then I've written, like, for example, wisdom means recognition of the purpose. So we discussed this, I think, 2 days ago. And now, if you click on that on the mobile phone, you will see a comment which I've written on this. And this is based on the discussion that we had on the same. सो इसमें जैसे कि हम लोगों को पर्पस नहीं पता है इफ वी डोंट नो द पर्पस व्हाट हैपेंस सो देयर इज अ स्मॉल कमेंट आई हैव रिटन व्हेन पर्पस इज नॉट नोन then science has always tried to explain everything in nature to its destructive state. For example, how to destroy an atom, not how it interacts with everything else when it is in a normal state. So here I'm trying to explain that without knowing the purpose, the scientific instrumentations or the what the scientists have actually done is gone to the elastic limit and maybe even beyond, and not known what is its purpose in its normal form. So when the atom is interacting normally, how it interacts, what is its purpose when it is in a normal state. So since this information or this madhyast or the middle, this alignment was not there of the purpose, we are always trying to stretch the limits and trying to define the last extent of something. And this is, I've also said, we have also stretched everything to its limit or dissected it from everything else and then try to understand it. So here I'm just giving you a small example. We take a particular type of bacteria from somebody, we remove that bacteria from the environment, or we remove the bacteria from the soil, and then we go and analyze in the laboratory. So we will never know the purpose of those bacteria inside the laboratory, because the bacteria were interacting with the environment, with the water, or in the soil, with the soil itself on the ground, and all other bacterias which are there also. So classifying all these kind of things individually or dissecting them from the environment also will not give you the right result. So purpose driven, everything should be purpose driven, and that's what we are trying to understand here also. So yeah, I'll just go where we had left off yesterday. We were on the 31st page. uh, Anybody else has any question or query? We have a new
Yes.
login, Maria Kul. Okay.
Yeah. If she can introduce.
Yeah. Would you like to introduce yourself, Maria? I think she interacted with me on Facebook. She wanted to know more about the coexistence point of view. So if you can unmute yourself, Maria, and just give a small introduction, where you're from. Okay. Yeah, so might be that she's busy. Okay. Okay, she's saying that she's from Estonia. Okay. So that country is actually unknown to me. She mentioned that she was from Europe, so I believe yeah, so I'll have to Google up where is Estonia and everything. She might not be able to speak, so she's typing. Okay, okay, no issues. We'll continue and give her the right opportunity when she comes forth herself. I believe she's not able to speak. Okay, so shall I just rewind a little bit so that we can know where we were? Mm, Whatever revolts, rebellions, exploitations, and wars that humans have committed until now, these all were contrary to the principles of coexistence. It is ironic that even after doing all this, we have desired and hoped to achieve what is right. So yesterday we stopped at this point and we said that even after so much wrong that humankind or mankind has done, the desire to do something right, to be right, is always there in the human, and that is one of the most positive aspects, and indeed light at the end of the tunnel, I would say, that we are still on the path of finding. And in fact, the bodies that are there, like the United Nations or the uh, peace programs or the any NGOs that are there out there, they are trying to do their best to find unity and harmony within human beings, within countries, and so forth. So, would anybody like to volunteer to read? We are from, we can start reading from here.
Yes, but yeah, I can read.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Our hope remained unfulfilled, and we kept facing the consequences of our actions. We
Mm,
laughed and cried amidst this. When one family or community kills someone from the enemy side, they become very happy,
mm,
thinking they have eliminated their enemy. Governments and nations think in the same way. The seeds of religion are also based on this thinking. Now, what should be done?
mm,
Where can humans take refuge now? In this way, delusion is found everywhere with no direction or purpose, whether it is the seat of religion, the seat of state, the seat of education, or the seat of business. Where
mm,
should we go? What should we do? These were the difficulties. I too had these difficulties before awakening. Upon awakening, I became fully determined that this whole discovery should reach the entire human race. So, in this
yes.
particular paragraph, I can see that Babaji is saying that uh, we are not able to understand coexistence. That is
Mm,
why, on killing someone, we are happy, the
mm,
state is happy, the countries are happy. So,
right.
the thing is, they are not able to understand coexistence.
Mm,
If they are able to understand coexistence, that
mm.
they are submerged, soaked in the same
Surrounding.
space, yes, and surrounded in the same space, everyone
Yeah,
is, then nobody is going to kill any other person. We can
right.
see that this other person is also connected or submerged or soaked or surrounded by the same code. So how can I kill the
Yeah,
person?
exactly.
Yes,
I
this
would
is.
just like to point out one thing, Ganesh Bhaiya. Yesterday we had talked, and I don't know if I can bring it up on time, but yesterday Babaji said that how everything is, I think I got it. Resolution-centered materialism points that all physical and chemical matter in existence is inspiration for humans to live in orderliness. So here, as the material the things are existing in harmony with each other, and with all units of nature are complementary to one another, mutually helpful for their grandeur, and inherited and interrelated, interrelated, is it, interrelated, sorry, interrelated for further progression. So
Hmm.
we are seeing that how atoms, at the state of atoms also, if a hydrogen atom which is explosive and an oxygen atom which is combustive, when these
Hmm.
two combines, they both renounce their, or rather, yeah, the word would be renounce, they both renounce their properties and combine to form something that quenches thirst. So this is very, the way we can see orderliness there, we can see how we can learn from it also as human beings. So this, I just wanted to bring this up, and it is complementing to that, how we have not found that purpose, or we have not find that coexistence within the humans.
Hmm.
So we are, still going to the fights and all that. So I thought of
Once,
mentioning that.
yes, once we understand the coexistence, we can see the complementariness and
Mhm.
orderliness, and
Yes.
then these kinds of crimes will stop.
Right, right. So at the
Yes.
fundamental atomic level, we can also see. So for example, I'll give another example because we have young audience also here. Sodium again is another very volatile metal, and chlorine, which is a gas, which is also very poisonous in nature. Now sodium chloride makes stable salt, which actually we consume every day, or if we don't have it in the food, we will say the food is not tasting so good. Oh, fika lag raha hai, you know. So something that is so, one is a volatile metal and the another one is a gas, poisonous gas. When they come together, they are collaborating and coexisting, and they're doing something, progressive also, I would say, that we are interacting with it, we are consuming it, we are able to take it without any sort of issues. Yeah, no? But yeah.
Hmm.
So I think I will, I intend to find myself. Am I on the right page? Yes. Humans have refuge, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
After this, okay.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
After this, I wrote treatises to describe how this understanding shall manifest itself as the way of life.
Hmm.
The erstwhile economic theories are all obsessed with profit.
Hmm.
It is very clear that human happiness is not possible through such ideas. The only way to happiness for all humans is through cyclical economics,
Hmm.
Avartanshil Arthashastra, which
Hmm.
is practical and aligned with the orderliness of nature. I think
Hmm.
you explained cyclical economics yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah, so I'll just recap. It is basically when we are understanding that everything is kept anew, everything is renewed, everything is kept fresh on this earth because of the cycles of nature. And when we are not understanding the purpose of the cycles of nature, for example, forest we will see as a resource, then the forests are being cleared for something as mediocre as growing some soya beans, or food for the grass for the meat industry or something like that. And we are not looking at the biodiversity that the forest have, and how much they are adding value to human beings also, not just everything else but also human beings. So these places that are not understood as like pillars of existence, like the forests or the oceans and all these things that are there, they are creating the harmony. The oceans as the great place where the fish are actually transporting the nutrients within the whole ocean. So we are also consuming so much fish. A lot of fish is being taken up by the big vessels, and that is also destroying a lot of plant life. And a lot of oxygen actually is manufactured inside the under the ocean, because 70% of our world is oceans. And if we are destroying the fish, we are destroying the grass, then also the oxygen which is coming out from the sea will also slowly stop, and then this will have a very grave impact of for human beings also. Yes.
okay.
So.
Yes, I wrote the second treatise under the behavioral sociology,
Mm,
uh, Vyavarat, Vyavarvadi Samaj Shastra.
mm,
Humans find satisfaction only when there is justice in their behavior with other humans.
mm,
Humane conduct is the focus here, which
mm,
can be adopted as a model code of conduct for the nation.
mm,
Citizens of all nations can accept it as their constitution.
mm,
This will lead to the indivisible society and universal system,
mm,
eliminating the constant fear of war
mm,
between factions in the world.
mm,
As long as there are wars, humans will not be able to live without disturbing the balance of the earth, and
mm,
they will use even more intellect to cause even bigger disturbances.
mm,
We get an assessment of the scientific intellect when we see that a great deal of science and a great many scientists are currently devoted to the war effort, for
mm,
which they get money and feel accomplished, even though all this leads to nothing but the destruction of the earth.
mm,
We will have to be liberated from this, and for that, there
mm,
is no other way apart from our becoming wise.
mm,
So again, very wonderful paragraph that
mm,
scientists feel accomplished or feel happy
mm,
uh, when they create a weapon of mass destruction,
mm.
and they are being paid money for that, and they
Right,
feel that they have done something good. But
right,
unfortunately, they are creating those things which can destroy the human being. No?
right, right.
So that is the very dangerous way of thinking of the scientist, that they are
Yeah,
not thinking on this particular angle.
yeah. And
So
he
yes,
has
Vidya,
said
you can
that.
add. Yes.
Babaji has said also he has created this document, Vyavharvadi Samaj Shastra, and this can be directly incorporated as the constitution and by all countries, and that way all human citizens will be regarded as the citizens of one country. And when he says this, I just read it from other books, so that's why I'm mentioning here. When he says one country, he means the whole world is one country with many nations. So what we are understanding as country today will actually be in the future regarded as nations, and the whole world would become one country. So imagine that the people of the next generation, or the people of who are resolved, will not need the passports, will not need any sort of that they're existing differently, and they will also be not be fearful because they are considered as human beings, and human beings are sukh dharmi. They want to be happy, and every human being wants to be happy. So everyone who will be resolved will be taking care of one another as humanely as possible with this knowledge and with this wisdom. So yes, anybody would like to
Yes.
raise a question or comment?
Yes,
Shreyanshi and
Shivang.
Shivangi also are here. I would like you guys also to interact with us. As Ganesh Bhai and I we are talking, we would like also some interruption.
Yes, yes, yes.
We would like to hear your point of view because you are the generation which is ahead actually.
Hmm.
How do you find this until now? Let's take a moment of pause and let's understand how they find it.
So, in other way, we can ask the question: do
Hmm.
you feel that scientists are on the right path? Shriyanshi, Shivangi, or Neelam Shah, or Ram Milan Yadav sir has also joined today. So,
Ah,
any of you can answer, or
ah.
you give your views.
Hmm.
So, whether the scientists are on the right path?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think that, like yesterday, we read about that the science needs to be aligned with wisdom and knowledge.
Hmm.
Only then will it be able to, you know, help or be in harmony and will help the human society to develop. So, until and unless that is connected with science, it will never be enough.
Hmm.
And since the science right now is completely
Audio
only
loud.
understanding the entire
Yes, go on.
uh, understanding the entire human being as
Hmm.
just body, so the
Hmm.
entire science is completely devoted to just that. Like
Hmm.
yesterday also we were discussing that the entire medical sciences have been just meant to resolve the problems of the body and none of the chaitanya
Psychologically.
or
Wonderful,
the consciousness.
wonderful.
Hmm.
So, yes, I think that as soon as we are able to align those things, we'll be able to better understand consciousness and understand human being as a whole. So
Hmm.
that will lead to creating an undivided society ultimately, and the requirement for war then will not be necessary. Even
Hmm.
now, I think that even now, scientists, when they are trying to, develop instruments and equipment for wars, they are getting more funding, more
Hmm.
support from all the government bodies and everything else as well. And even their research, even if it is meant for the welfare of the mankind, that
Hmm.
is being used against it altogether. So even the scientists don't have that sense of satisfaction from their own work, because at the end of it they are working towards the betterment of the humanity,
Hmm.
but it is ending up in the destruction of it.
Hmm.
So it is quite a hollow feeling, I guess.
Hmm. Great. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, to support this theory, I read somewhere that the scientists were doing this experiment where they put this to be dying man in a glass box,
Hmm.
and as soon as the man died,
Hmm.
the glass box had a little crack in it, or I would say that
Hmm.
it bursted a little bit. Okay,
Hmm.
so according to science as well, it is understood, as we read earlier, it is understood that not only brain is the not only thing which is keeping a body alive.
Hmm.
So it is there that they are understanding that things are there, but again, they are not able to pick on the right path. They are not able to prove it
mm,
scientifically that there is something known as soul or Jeev or Chaitanya.
mm. Yeah. Shreyanshi, I would like to, if you can share that link with us so we can also see, because the much I've understood is that the atom or the Jeevan is so minute, no such barrier can hold it. But anyways, I would like to see that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I'll search it again and send it. Actually, that it was my understanding as well.
Hmm,
I mean, I read Jainism for a while, so in that also it is said कि आत्मा को कोई भी चीज ना रोक सकती है ना,
hmm,
मतलब ये सर्दी
हाँ,
गर्मी बारिश छाँव उसको प्रभाव
देख
नहीं
सकते
करती है
हाँ,
और रोक नहीं
हाँ,
सकती कोई भी चीज, है ना.
right,
I
right.
also read that, so I also had this conflict in mind.
Hmm,
So I'll search it again and I'll try to send it to you definitely.
hmm, बढ़िया, बढ़िया. So for
But
now, yes, भैया.
yes, Bhai. So what I wanted to say on this particular thing
Hmm,
is that it is not necessary that there will be a break in the glass, you know,
hmm,
because consciousness can even is a very transparent type of a thing. It
hmm,
can
Hmm.
come out even from the glass.
hmm,
Hmm.
So your earlier question was that like scientists are or the doctors, they earlier were thinking or still they are thinking that consciousness is a byproduct of brain, but now they are some of them have really admitted on
hmm,
camera on YouTube that they feel that there is something else which they are not able to understand.
hmm,
So this is I have learned while my curiosity or inquisitiveness, I
hmm,
have searched on certain videos and certain things on the YouTube, and I was able to amazed that some of the neurosurgeon, neuroscientists, they
hmm,
are now working on this particular field, and they have left neurosurgery after understanding all these things. So if
hmm,
you have any interest, you definitely will find certain links
hmm,
which can be very helpful to for this particular inquisitiveness.
hmm.
Yes, Bhaiya, now you can speak.
हाँ नहीं I just wanted to go on to this same boat that we are on, that understanding is inside the Jeevan, and in the Jeevan the clarity appears. In the Jeevan coexistentialism is understood, and this is called being wise, or wisdom is retained within you. And then henceforth whatever your actions are in line with purpose, and that purpose is basically coexistentialism. So this is how it all links up together, and then some things like war definitely are just out the window. There's nothing like war. There is no fear, because all human beings are considered as one family, and so there is nothing to fear. Like right now we are having this sort of like today's news I was just watching, and it was mentioning that how the tariffs are being put onto the nations, and how people are transported out of the US who are illegal migrants, and all this was the hot topic, because Trump has come to power. And we are seeing that how people are chained and removed from their country as they are animals, or they are criminals or something like that. So this is still happening in today's day and age, 21st century, because some people think that obviously some people went there illegally and thinking that there are prospects there, better prospects there, and somebody else thinks that that is not right and they should come with qualifications. And so the only qualification I see of the future man who is resolved will be that he will be resolved. That is the only qualification I am seeing. And in fact, all the academia and all the education that I am seeing right now is of course going towards survival, I would say, so that we can survive, so that we can interact with the world and get our daily bread and all these kind of things. But true creativity, true passion, true artistic nature of a human being is suppressed within this all this uh, you know type of education. And that's why it's great to interact with youngsters also, and I'm giving more and more opportunity, and more I'm almost telling you, okay, be upfront when we are talking, because it would give great insight to us also, because without your also input we are not able to converse, as they are saying that Adhyan is done with human beings only. So let's yes, this was great seeing the interactivity here. And yeah, I hope that we are
Babaji
also
has
adding to each other.
written at one point that learning become faster when we learn together.
Yeah, yes, yes, that is for sure.
Yeah, this is the benefit of learning together or reading
Uh,
here and talking
yeah,
or discussing the various points.
yeah,
Yes, Bhaiya. Should I
yeah.
continue?
Yes, yes, me.
Okay. The third treatise that I wrote is Psychology of Human Consciousness, Manav Sanchetnavadi Manovigyan.
Mm,
It postulates that Jeevan is at the root of human consciousness. The body is its medium for expressing human consciousness in the sense of completeness in the human tradition. I have tried to explain this here. Now it is for you to examine. So here
okay.
Babaji is saying that Jivan is at the root of human consciousness. This is the root,
Mm,
and the
mm,
body is medium for expressing human consciousness. Or
mm,
rather, we can say body is an instrument for the
mm.
consciousness uh, to project itself,
To evidence itself, yes.
to evidence itself. That is the
Mm,
right word. Yes, yes.
mm, mm,
So Baba is saying, I have
mm,
explained. Now it is for you to examine.
mm. Yeah.
My right? Yes, yes, Bhaiya.
I just want to add that when he's saying that humane consciousness, humane means basically we are of one, nature of one requirement within us, and being humane is being sort of like respectful. I was just trying to look for the word, and I found a nice, beautiful word. It is called being altruistic. Altruistic means letting other things live or letting other things exist. And I think Babaji was not exactly saying that, but I think there is a hint of that in this. That when you become altruistic, that means you or you let live the things which are out there, almost sacrificing yourself, but not sacrificing. That's why I'm saying the altruistic is not the right word, but it also actually also combines with the word Ubuntu, or I am because you are. So that means it's
Hmm.
giving reference or reverence to the other things
Hmm.
first, because the plants, they are there, that's why I am. The animals that are there, that's why I am. Somewhere the bees are pollinating the fruits and vegetables, that's why we are getting the fruits and vegetables. So
Hmm.
ultimately existence is coexisting, and we are also in a sense of, in our mind, when we become wise, we are combined with the feeling of being altruistic, and of the sense of saying that Ubuntu, that means I am because you are.
Hmm.
Uh, Coexistentialism is all about that. Yeah.
Wonderful. And you see, throughout our life, I have
Mm,
learned the word
mm.
live
Let
and
live.
let live.
Ah,
Geo or Jine do. But Babaji
Jeevan.
said,
Ah,
Jine do or Geo.
exactly.
First, you allow others to live.
Ah,
So that is a wonderful shift. Or
mm,
what the you were just explaining about
mm.
human
Yeah.
conduct or human nature.
Yeah, yeah. It is simply put that if we don't do that, na, if we think of us living only, then it has come to us to this state of the world, that we are thinking that we will live and we'll let live others. But then
Hmm.
it is all profit centered. Everybody is earning the profits. Everybody is poisoning each other. Everybody is killing each other in the name of wars or patriotism. So this is the thing that it has come up to. Live and let live. This is what the result is. We can see in front of our eyes. So
Hmm.
let's see when we become wise and we see that let live and then we will live. Let's see now what
Hmm.
kind of result that will bring with this
That is the
darshan.
justice. Babaji is saying
Exactly.
justice.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes. Someone else want to
Yes,
read?
please. Yes.
But then what's with when others don't let us live? I mean, that is also there, right?
No.
Sorry, come
Uh,
again. When others don't.
Let us live. I mean,
Ah.
let live and then live, right?
Ah.
According to Babaji. But
hmm.
what if when others don't let us live?
Ah.
Okay. So Bhaiya, would you like to answer or should I?
I will take 1 minute, then I will ask you also. So
Hmm.
see, again, it comes to us understanding, and then once we are understood, once we are in a line with coexistence, once we are having the see, every Jivan will give reverence or will be respecting those people who are resolved. जिसको कहते हैं ना कि वो श्रेष्ठता की सम्मान. तो जो श्रेष्ठ होगा, those who will be wise, those who will be wisdom wise, they will be
Mhm.
having the better way of putting the things in words, or explaining
Mhm.
it rather, being it
Mhm.
calmly to the person who is curious. You can talk to them, you can tell them these things. But the person who is not curious at all, they are closed, maybe they are not able to understand the point of view. See, ultimately you have to be resolved first. So that means
Mhm.
you have to be wise. Once you are wise, it will automatically be able to convey to the other through your
Mhm.
behavior, through your words,
Conduct.
through your conduct. Yes, right. you know
Mhm.
yes,
Okay.
continue, please. Please, you
Yes,
can
I
continue.
wanted to say the same thing. Shriyanshi, you want to ask again?
I want to add.
दूसरों को समझ ना आए, ऐसा कुछ है ना? if दूसरे
Uh,
नहीं समझते.
may I add?
Voice is
Am
not
I
clear.
audible?
Yeah, yeah,
Shriyanshi,
it's
your voice
cracking.
was not clear.
हाँ.
Just
Again.
हाँ.
Speak again.
अभी am I audible?
हाँ.
Yes, yes.
अभी आ रही है क्या आवाज?
हाँ, अभी आ
Yes,
रही है.
yes.
Uh, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
Shivangi, we
yes.
can hear you. I think
Okay.
he's not. हाँ, okay.
The line of letting live and live, I think letting live does not simply mean to let them do whatever they feel like doing.
Hmm.
Like letting them live means that I am not sure if I'm getting the sutra right, but ऐसा है ना कि you should learn and then you should also teach that. समझना है फिर समझाना है,
Hmm.
सीखना है फिर सिखाना है ना?
Hmm.
और जीने का मतलब फिर in total it will not simply be the act of letting them do whatever they want and letting them walk all over us.
Hmm.
जो सही है उसकी
Hmm.
रोशनी में जीना है और उसकी रोशनी में जीने देना है.
Hmm.
And by that it also extends to the fact that जब आप सही की रोशनी में जीते हैं तो आपसे the people who don't understand
Hmm.
everything is much will then be you know नियंत्रित under you ऐसा
Hmm.
without the
Hmm.
pressure of being controlled by you. जैसे
Hmm.
हम लोग
Yeah. सही.
अस्तित्व में नियंत्रित हैं
स-
वैसे.
सही के लिए सब एकजुट हो जाते हैं.
हाँ,
So
it
the.
is,
Hmm.
yes. The letting live and live will work in that way. Instead of it being that the fear that we have is if we let them live, they won't let us live. But
Hmm.
that is not
Hmm.
how that would work because when it is
Hmm.
in a human society,
Hmm.
Hmm.
that act will not exist where
Hmm.
No,
somebody
no,
takes
that
permission.
no. No. I think the question was interpreted wrong.
Hmm.
So I did not put it in a way that the fear of not them letting us live. It was more in a way that sometimes it happens that we want to do things.
Hmm.
Maybe it is not right according to them. I understand कि जो भी
It-
पूरे सृष्टि के लेवल पे जो सही है दैट वुड बी करेक्ट आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट आई हैव एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ दैट बट देन अगेन देर आर फ्यू थिंग्स जब ओके आई वुड टॉक अबाउट द पर्सनल लाइफ की कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो जाते हैं जनरली पेरेंट्स और किड्स के बीच में राइट कि
Hmm.
मुझे मेरे अकॉर्डिंग ये सही है मेरी पूरी जनरेशन के अकॉर्डिंग ये सही है
Hmm.
आपके अकॉर्डिंग ये गलत है और आपकी पूरी जनरेशन के अकॉर्डिंग ये गलत है
Hmm.
नाउ
Can you give an example? I think it would be very illuminating if you give an example. Just नहीं, I'm serious, because what will happen is you will get a clarity also,
Hmm.
and based
right
on that example, in the future also you will be able to conduct the rightful way.
right so
Good.
according to me and I think 95% ऑन माई ऑफ माई जनरेशन हमारे अकॉर्डिंग कभी कभी पार्टी करना कुछ बुरा नहीं है
Hmm.
और मैं तो कभी इसको गलत नहीं मान सकती हूँ ओके
Hmm. Hmm.
बट देन अकॉर्डिंग टू माई आई वोंट से माई मदर बिकॉज उनसे तो मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है शी इज द बेस्ट फ्रेंड आई हैव बट देन अदर अदर फैमिली मेंबर्स ओके
Hmm.
सो इट हैपेंस कि क्यों जाना है दोस्तों से ओके
Hmm.
नाउ वो संबंध में पूरकता का जो वो एक कॉन्सेप्ट है वो मुझे कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आया है
Hmm.
मतलब मुझे उसके प्रॉपर वर्डिंग्स नहीं पता है बट वो कॉन्सेप्ट मुझे मम्मी के थ्रू धीरे धीरे समझ में आया ठीक है नाउ
Hmm.
आई एम अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि अभी इस टाइम पे जो मैं सबसे ज्यादा खुद को फुलफिल फील करती हूँ मेरे फ्रेंड्स के साथ में फील करती हूँ आई वोंट से पार्टी एज वेल ओके बट मैं अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ में जब होती हूँ आई फील माई सेल्फ कंप्लीट आई फील माई सेल्फ हर्ड एंड आई फील माई सेल्फ
Hmm.
अंडरस्टूड
Right.
नाउ बट देन व्हेन इट कम्स टू पेरेंट्स उनके केस में ऐसा होता है कि नहीं नहीं तुमको हमसे ज्यादा तुम्हारे दोस्त थोड़ी ना जानते हैं
हाँ.
अब मैं उनको कैसे बताऊं कि जानते हैं अब
I
नहीं
think
जानते दे नो
I think that the parents is a natural tendency for them to fear the unknown, and that is the thing,
Hmm.
because they don't know your friends, they are fearful that what might happen to you. So indirectly, what is happening is you are becoming the bridge between your parents and your friends. So either your friends are so acquainted with your parents also, in which case they will not have this fear at all. They will
They
not say.
do, they do. My friends are super acquainted, okay? I mean, as I said, मम्मा से कोई problem नहीं है, but मेरी तो पूरी family भी मेरी दोनों friends को जानती है, okay?
Okay.
But then if I say ना continuously in a week की मैं तीनों बार continuously मैं बोल रही हूँ, I'm going there, they are coming here, I'm तो दूसरे दिन तीसरे दिन झिझक जाएंगे कि नहीं नहीं भैया रोज रोज क्या दोस्तों से मिलना रोज रोज क्या करना होता है मिलके मेरे अकॉर्डिंग एंड आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ माय जनरेशन फील्स कि जो एक प्योरिटी फ्रेंडशिप में है वो मतलब जो एक आई वुड से ट्रांसपेरेंसी बेसिकली एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग जो फ्रेंडशिप में है वो एक जनरेशन से दूसरी जनरेशन के बीच में नहीं है बट देन हमारे पेरेंट्स उसको एक्सेप्ट नहीं करें नहीं नहीं अपने भाई बहनों से बात करो अरे करनी नहीं उनसे बात नहीं करनी है तो
Shriyanshi, I do feel that the gap has been created between parents and children. So if we remove that gap, we try to remove by talking to each other, by being the transparent to each other. I think then you will love to discuss with your parents also, and your parents will love to discuss with you. So the gap has been created. So I would suggest that you should be equally good with your friends as well as good with your brother, sister, and your parents. So there should be an openness. Once this openness will be there, that is, you have love for everyone, then you will not be having such kind of feelings. That is my take on this particular thing which you are saying. So yes, your parents should also understand. If they know your friends, then they should also understand. Yes, they can meet sometimes. What is the problem? There should not be any problem. Suppose I have my son. I know sometimes he go for a party or they sit together and they eat together, and I know his friends. So I'm very comfortable. I know that he's in the right company. Similarly, when he comes back, he talks to me, we talk to each other. So this happens. So by this way, we can be friendly to everyone, even to our family members as well as to outsiders.
yeah
But
that
yes,
happens sorry continue please.
no, but Janak Bhaiya, what he was saying, that if they do not know some of your friends, or they do feel that some of your friends are not in the right direction, then they are a bit fearful. है ना? That they are fearful that something wrong may happen with you. That is their fear. So remove their fear and you will be comfortable, they will be comfortable.
Okay, so what happens is me and Mama talk, okay, we share everything. There is a complete total transparency between us. But then I have other family members at home as well, right? And I because बचपन से ही वो comfortably develop नहीं हुआ है and अभी भी I just don't feel comfortable sharing everything with them. So अब क्योंकि सबके साथ में रहना है संबंधों को निभा करके चलना है तो आप उनको ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते ना आपको क्या मतलब you can't do that, right? So that is where the problem for me majorly is.
So not only you, Shreyanshi, everyone has such kind of problems. Na? We
Yeah.
do have problems. So what I have understood, the friction which we have with other people, that friction has to be reduced or that has to be removed. Once that friction will not be there, you will feel there is no problem with any of the person. Now that is my
Okay.
take. Yes. Neelam Shah wanted. Yes, Neelam Didi.
हाँ.
Namaste to all.
Hmm.
Very nice topic, which is current affairs, I feel,
Hmm.
in today's world.
Hmm.
So it is very nice to hear that, our friends, our colleagues are sharing this very openly on a public domain. So it's a very nice thing. I just wanted to add into this is, uh, see, when there is a gap in your conversation with your family or be it your friends, when it happens is when there is a lack of understanding. Either the family is not able to convey what they want or what they understand as relationship, and we are also not able or not in a position to make them understand what is the purpose of having such a friend or what are we doing. So the thing is a purpose or a laksh. They feel जो पार्टी करना और ये सब है उनके जमाने में उनको ये लगता है कि हम विदाउट अ पर्पस हम ऐसे ही चल रहे हैं, पर अगर कुछ पूरकता और उपयोगिता से ही है ना अपना मानव का ज्ञान अवस्था होता है। तो अगर हम रिजॉल्व ये स्टडी कर रहे हैं तो हमको, सिंस योर मॉम हैज स्टडीड दिस, I feel that she is able to understand both, and she will gradually talk to you and you will be able to understand. तो वो स्थापित कैसे हुआ वो relationship, when she is able to understand in what state, जो स्थिति और गति में आप हैं, and that's how she is being able to be a friend to you, and
Mhm.
gradually she knows that where you are going also, so she will also, whenever she feels that she has to uh, see to give a purpose, and she has given you a mark of Jeevan Vidya, so you will get your own purpose. She knows that, she is very ashwast on that. So probably
Mhm.
that is why there is no, you don't feel that nothing, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, रुकावट उनकी तरफ से आ रही है, बिकॉज शी इज एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड शी नोज दैट यू विल गेट योर मार्क और द पर्पस द एल्डर्स मस्ट बी थिंकिंग। तो
Hmm.
मुझे
Mhm.
ऐसा लग रहा है वो भी एक पक्ष हो सकता है। तो ये
Hmm.
सब लैक ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग की ही बात है, ये जनरेशन गैप ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है। बाबा
Hmm.
जी हमसे बड़े हैं, उनको उनकी बातें भी समझ में आती हैं। तो अगर
Hmm.
एक मानव के रूप में अगर हम देखें, लाइक ह्यूमन बीइंग, एंड
Hmm.
दिस वांग्मय इज सो ग्रेट दैट वंस वी नो, जैसे आपने पहले ही बोला कि लेट लिव, तो हमको कोई नहीं जीने देता है तो क्या मतलब,
Hmm.
अगर ये समझ गए ना ये चीजें जो हम पढ़ रहे हैं, तो अपने
Mhm.
आप वो रिजॉल्व अपने में हो जाएगा। तो
Mhm.
जो जीने नहीं देता है उनको, हम हमारे व्यवहार, आर कॉन्डक्ट विल स्पीक इटसेल्फ। तो वो जो
Mhm.
कॉन्डक्ट वो समझेगा और वो खुद ही चेंज हो जाएगा। यू डोंट हैव टू थिंक कि हमको कुछ चेंज करना है, ऐसे मैं समझ पा रही हूँ। थैंक यू।
Okay,
Hmm.
thank you.
Hmm. Um, I believe I just want to add one more point. There is two sides of the coin here I'm seeing. One of the thing is that the other person is not understanding our point of view. And also one side is that we are not also be able to understand that they are having our best interests. Sometimes when they say this or when they feel that they are not able to convey to us why we should not go out or we should do this or that, we should see the hidden meaning behind it, which is that they are meaning to find our best, or they are meaning to have our best out of it, you know. So when we are like going in sort of recreational activity like this, they are saying that maybe we will go out and we will just be enjoying the sensory pleasures. We will see something good, we will hear something good, we will smell something good, we will taste, and all these kind of things. And ultimately Jeevan is not satisfied with this. Jeevan is satisfied with trust, with love, with affection, with honor, respect, and all these kind of things. So maybe we can take two cents from that also, that they are wanting our best in their mind, and they are not seeing it happen in a party. If we as a person who wants to go to the party, if we can convince them otherwise, then well and good, bravo, they will allow us to go also. But for now, what is happening, two things are cutting each other out. One is that they are not understanding the purpose, and also the other thing is we are not able to convey to them the depth of the friendship or the depth of need of going with friends out and all this kind of things. So both ways we have to be qualified, I think. And then again, it becomes to be the same thing, that we have to be wise, you know. So
Mhm.
we can take this as a face value, that we need to work on ourselves. We also need to be uh, I will simply give you an example. If we don't project ourselves with such maturity and with such dexterity, and then the other person will always feel that they can empower us. But if we are grounded, if we are stable, if we are not wavering with our emotions, if we are still, जिसको कहना धैर्य है हमारे अंदर, we are
Mhm.
having these qualities in ourselves, then obviously we will be looked upon with respect and with dignity, and with that will be resonating again with our actions. We'll be allowed to do some things, you know. जैसे को कहते हैं ना, जो बड़े बहन होते, बड़े भाई होते, उसको ज्यादा जिम्मेदारी दी जाती है normally, because they
Mhm.
obviously, so they are, basically what does it mean to be elder? That means they are wiser. So ultimately it just boils down to this, I think. And also on your point of view, adding to your position also, if you see that it is adding to your soul,
Mhm.
sit down one day and ask yourself, if it is adding to your soul, these kind of meetups and all these things, then surely
Mhm.
to learn a way to convince your elders, because this is adding to your soul. But if you see that it's just like passing time or anything like that, then you will also see that they are actually more right, in the sense that they want the better part of you to khilwa to blossom. That's what they are
Mhm.
after at the end of the day. And there's nothing more or nothing less than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, yes. Anybody wants to volunteer to read?
I
I can
can.
read Priya.
Okay. Nilam Bhabi, you can read? Who raised? I didn't get who will.
No, let
I
Shreyanshi
was
goes.
Okay.
Shreyanshi.
Okay,
Yeah.
Shreyanshi. Yes. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Shreyanshi.
Yeah. So we are starting from my writing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My writing will be worthwhile if you understand it. In this way, I have offered these three: the holistic view, darshan, the ideology, vad, and the treatises, shastra. The basic intent of treatises is to describe that humans are to live in orderliness. How should humans live? What is the way? What is the policy? What is the procedure? These have been explained in the
Mm,
treatises. After this came the plans for their implementation in three forms.
mm.
The first plan
Okay.
is the Jeevan Vidya plan, that is Jeevan Vidya Yojana.
Mm,
Humans have remained not about the self since ancient times. Even in the age of idealism, attempts were made to explain concepts like Atma and Paramatma through sermons, but they were unsuccessful. This ignorance about the self has been a major source of distress for humans. If the self is understood, then everything that follows will also be understood. The Jeevan Vidya plan is designed to overcome this very hurdle. The central point of this plan is to impart the understanding of Jeevan. There is equal potential in all humans, young or old, to comprehend it. Jeevan is the basis of equality among humans. Please let me know when I have to stop.
yeah. Yeah.
The bodies of any two humans are never the same, but Jeevan exists in the same form in all humans. The strengths and powers of Jeevan are the same,
Mm,
and the goal of every Jeevan is the same.
mm. We can pack a pause.
Yeah.
So I'll just go up front again. Uh, Babaji is saying that he has created three, what is it, the word he has said? Holistic views: darshan, ideology, vad, and treatises, shastra. So here he is speaking of how to live in orderliness for humans, and that is described in this. And yes, what is the policy? What is the procedure? What is the way? These are all described in this words that he has said that are in these books. These have been explained in the treatises. Treatises. After this came the plans for the implementation of the three forms. So he has also written how that will be implemented. Right? Humans are remained ignorant about the self since ancient times. So here is saying that how the Atman, or the word we are saying in translation to that, is the soul, and the Paramatma is the like supreme soul. They are still given sermons on that, but still unsuccessful. We are not able to grasp the whole uh, uh, minute detail of the thing, and as such, the humans have the self is understood, and everything that follows will also be understood. So once the jivan is understood, once we are in understanding that jivan is in coexistence with everything else, and this is how that we will become uh, living in orderliness. That is what the whole question is right now. Are we living in orderliness? We are not living in orderliness. So this is how he is saying that it will be answered. The bodies of any two humans are never the same, but Jivan exists in the same form in all humans. So I was just discussing with Shalini today that how comes the preferences or the likely likeness or the dislike of something of a material thing is there within everybody else. So why, how come everybody wants variety? Why do some people like green? Why do some people like red? So we were discussing how everybody is made differently and made of matter, and hence the matter actually is different for all. So during the manufacturing of our own bodies, we have manufactured with slight differences. If everybody has slight differences, so somebody might like the different colors that we are seeing. Somebody might like the black color. Somebody might like the white color. So this is just in the manufacturing of our own being that we are seeing that we have so many differences, so many tastes. Somebody might like something chili. Somebody might like something which is sweet. So this is again based on that. But the Jivan, or rather the one which is driving this human body, is the same. Everybody has the similar structure of the Jivan. The question is whether is it wise or it is not wise. So again, I would just like to remind the viewers that the body is the instrument that is carrying the Jivan, and the body part with the brain, or like yes, the brain is conversing with the Jivan. Am I right to say that, Ganesh Bhai? If you can add something on that.
Yes, but yeah,
Hmm.
when it is written that the strengths and powers of Jivan are the same, and the
Hmm.
goal of every Jivan is the same. The
Hmm.
thing is, the consciousness has those kinds of power that everyone can understand, but
Hmm.
it is not necessary that everyone will understand the same thing. Like you can see the behavior of everyone different, in
Hmm.
spite of everyone having the consciousness. But the
Hmm.
thing is, someone is working in the positive direction, and
Hmm.
there are some preconditioning, there are certain emotional or sensational effects. Due to that, the consciousness is not clear or developed. So
Hmm.
but it has the strength, मीन्स
Hmm.
जैसे बाबा जी कहते हैं हर इंसान सुधर सकता है ना.
हाँ.
Even dacoit can improve, he
Yeah.
can become a good human being. So
Hmm.
this can happen, there is a possibility. So the possibility is there in Jeevan,
Hmm.
but yes, it is not in everyone, it is not fully pure or
Hmm.
fully developed. So that
Hmm.
is the only thing.
Hmm.
Yes, bhaiya.
I think the goal of the every Jivan is the same. Means every Jivan wants knowledge, and knowledge is the
Happiness.
one which is happiness, and
Hmm.
it is coming through the knowledge. So we are similar in that fashion, all of us. And yes, Neelam Babi has raised her hand.
No,
Yes,
Bhaiya, you
Neelam Didi.
continue and I'll tell you something.
Okay, you wanted to say something?
No, no, I said you complete what you were saying.
हाँ नहीं नहीं just that was only thing that we are all
Okay.
just trying to be versatile with conscious, and how we can be conscious by becoming wise and coexisting. Yes.
Yeah. So, Bhaiya, I wanted to ask the difference between strengths and powers.
Hmm.
So, see,
Okay.
in Hindi context, I do know what it
Hmm.
means.
Hmm.
The bal and the shakti they are saying of Jeevan. But I
हाँ.
just wanted to know if it purely learning in English, what is the
Hmm.
difference between strength and power?
Hmm. Uh, Anybody on the Shalini, are you with us? Maybe you can give some light. Bal or Shakti,
Yeah,
strength
one
and
is
powers.
Kriti, one is Gati. Shakti is in Gati, in motion. When we perceive it in motion, it's called Shakti.
Okay, so that would be strengths.
Yeah, whatever the words are, I've actually not heard well,
Uh,
but I've heard the question.
So one is sthiti and one is gati. So
One
sthiti
is
is
Gati.
basically strength, I would
Bal.
say.
Yeah,
Bal.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to check, you need to see it in the
Hmm.
dictionary that Rakesh Bhai has provided.
I have it actually. Let me see if I can just type it up and please see. So yeah. Hmm. uh, the searching is not available. I think. Okay, anyways.
You use a PDF.
Me, yeah, I'm using the phone, so that's a little bit confusing to open the
Achha,
apps properly. Yeah.
not a problem.
ठीक है.
I can do that maybe.
Strength and powers is basically bal or shakti, and one is sthiti and one is gati. Okay.
Most probably strength is the bal.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is so.
Hmm.
Inexhaustible strength of the atom.
Hmm.
Strength is bal.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And powers, what would that be?
Shakti.
Uh, so when it says that the soul is powerful, what does it exactly mean? Like to gain knowledge? Does that mean that
Mm.
शक्ति है जीवन में तो.
Like Asha Shakti, you know, like that. Manobal,
Hmm.
Asha Shakti.
Hmm.
Again, we'll have to see the words in whatever they are using in English.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
all the shells that which are there, na, they are
Hmm.
basically the strengths, like
Hmm.
Mana, Vritti, Chitta, Buddhi, and Atma.
Hmm.
And the Kriya part is Asha, Vichar, Ichha,
Hmm.
Ratambara, and Praman.
Hmm. Okay, I think this would be a appropriate time to pause because I will add the comments after this video so that we can have all the viewers can also join in the meetings and yeah, this there's a whole new paragraph and we just have 4 minutes, so maybe we can pause
We,
here and we can just
yes, Priya,
discuss.
tomorrow we can start with this discussion of strength and this power.
Right, right, right.
We will
I
study
would like
further.
to
Hmm.
I would like to add certain,
Yeah.
certain like show that I have done, certain points that I have concluded on these. For
Hmm.
example, see, Jeevan is also an atom.
Hmm.
So if we perceive all the atoms, uh, are distinguished because of the number of atoms they have. है And then along with number of atoms, the pattern that these atoms are with. So
Hmm.
that's how we are able to decipher the different types of elements.
Hmm.
Got
Right.
it? So
Yeah.
similarly, all the Jeevan atoms are of 61 particles or ansh, as
Hmm.
Babaji put.
Hmm.
So in that manner, all the Jeevan are same.
Hmm.
That means the potential in all the atoms is same.
Hmm.
This is also one logic, simple.
Yeah.
Uh, this is how I have perceived it also.
Just like
It's not
every
written,
gold
but
atom has n number of
exactly.
atomic mass, then all the similar properties will have the same.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
okay, great. Yeah. Yeah.
One logic. Chalo. Okay.
Mhm. Okay. Any last words from our members? We are
Maria,
just.
did you like the session today? Maria is with us. She can write or speak.
Yeah, she mentioned that she's from Estonia. She had
Oh,
Yes,
requested,
yes.
she had requested on Facebook that she would like to watch this coexistence words, and then I forwarded my videos of the previous recording. So she has joined us now today, but
yeah.
unfortunately, I don't think she's available in the voice. Maybe
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
she was
But
typing.
we would like, yeah, we would like her to introduce herself, and then maybe, we can help her understand better. We can try better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because here most of us are actually aware of this philosophy a little bit.
Mm.
So we are not explaining it in so much detail. We're
Mm.
directly going into logic and certain other things. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, great.
Okay. I think it's 4:30 there, so she might be at work. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I think it's nice of us to join, and we had a good discussion today. Hoping that we'll meet tomorrow again at the same time. and wishing everyone a good night. Thank you for joining.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Bhaiya.
Good night.
Thank